Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Pujya Swamiji, respected colleagues, professional colleagues, dear parents, and my dearest children. At the outset, I thank Mr. Sridhar very much for having invited me to be here on this auspicious day, which is a golden day in my life. I have been associated with Poorna Pragna institutions for almost about 12 years. The first time I associated with Poorna Pragna was taking the classes for National Talent Search Examination at Sadashivanagar. And afterwards, I have been here for about 5-6 times to impart certain knowledge which I have attained to my esteemed colleagues of the different schools. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here today. Seeing so many children being awarded with so many endowment prizes. I was just talking to Sri Rajaram how all these prizes have been instituted. He has given some guidelines. Today, I am standing here because of my father, a great teacher for primary schools, who has done about 40 years of service. And of course, he did not see me as a teacher. I wanted to become a teacher only because of my father was a very good Kannada teacher, and Sri Jagannathachar, a gold medalist and a national awardee teacher, who taught me in my 4 years high school service. Usually 3 years high school is for a child, but I studied 4 years. I did not fail in any year, but I was a dropped out student in SLC. Then afterwards I earned some money, and again I continued my education and wanted to become teacher because of these two teachers. Today, with an earnest appeal to Swamiji and Sridhar and the dignitaries, I would like to contribute 30,000 rupees for this endowment. In my father's name, in my father-in-law's name, and my guru's name, Sri Jagannathachar. And I want this prize to be given to the student who gets highest marks in social science. I am not partial here. I like social science very much. And I am very happy to see so many children taking 100 out of 100. If I ask the first question to any of the students in the high school, when they come to 8th standard, about social science, only about 4 or 5 children will raise their hand that they like social science. But afterwards, no, this is actually the thing what is happening in any of these scholastic subjects. Every child is interested to get marks, but no child is interested to study. I want 100% in social science. I want 100% in all the subjects. But when it comes to the question of hard work, very few students are selected, and they are selective. As a teacher for about 40 years, mainly because of social science, though I teach English also, my pet subject is history. And I have been teaching this history for the teachers and the students for all these 40 years. I am very proud to say about that. And wherever I go, I just tell not only the children but also the teachers to teach social science as it should be taught. Not just as a language subject, just reading or writing. Without seeing the textbook, if social science is taught, it is definitely liked by every child. I want to give only one simple example about this subject. In the year 1989, there was one girl called Geetanjali Nataraj who came to 8th standard to Widia Poorna Pragna High School. The first question usually I ask for 8th standard children is this: how many like social science? And that too history. So this girl did not raise her hand. I just asked her the question, why you don't like the subject? She told something else. I don't like that. You don't ask any question. I don't like the subject, that's all. I took a challenge with her. Really, I am telling you, I took a challenge with her. I will make you to study only the humanities subjects by the end of the 10th standard. The girl accepted the challenge, of course, with a negative mood. I want to become an engineer, she said. But fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. The girl, of course, got 95 in social science. Her father was a manager in Widia Bank. The mother was a bedridden. Still, she could able to do all these things. I had visited her about 4-5 times about this subject only, making her to create interest. I took her for about 3 projects. Then after the father was transferred to Assam as manager in Widia Bank, she was forced to take humanities as her subject in PUC. Then she wrote a letter to me. Please come to Assam. You can make number of projects here. I will also help you, sir, she said. Now finally, she had done history MA. Then she had done economics MA. Now she is advisor to World Bank branch in New Delhi. Even now she is there. I can never forget my subject, my pet subject. This is the reason. So children, don't forget any of your teacher, particularly the social science teacher, and in particular the history teacher. Because your history teacher, Obana, yes. I remember Obana very much because his son was my student. Now making any subject, particularly history subject and social science, is what we make in the name of culture. I found so many students coming to receive the prizes in such a cultured manner, what we are seeing today. History is having 2 faces in the name of civilization and culture. Civilization is what we were, culture is what we are. Culture is the background for any of the individual, any of the family, and in particular the parents. I request all the parents to teach culture as a charity begins at home. The values are very important for us. The 3 years of high school days, 8th standard, 9th standard, and 10th standard, will be always remembered by any of the student, including who are all sitting here. I remember always my high school teachers only. Even now, every year, I go to my headmaster. He is 97 years. He is in Mysore, who taught me geography, history, as well as English. Every year, I visit him and I prostrate to him. I get his advice. This is our culture. And let us not forget our culture and the values, because values cannot be taught. It has to be caught. If values have to be caught, the elders have to be more disciplined, teachers have to be more disciplined, more punctual, because so many eyes of the children will be seeing us. So in this aspect, I request all the colleagues of mine in this school, as well as the parents and the children, to imbibe what we are today in the name of good culture and good values. India is known for values. Just if you remember about Ramayana or Mahabharata or Bhagavad Gita, these are the essential factors of our life. When we do our work, it is enough. Karmanya vadikara sema paleshu kadachana. Let us do our work in the fruitful manner, in a good manner, in a right manner, with all the 8-fold paths of righteousness in our life. And all the best for the children in their endeavor. And thank you for giving me an opportunity. and I prostrate before the Swamiji, and I thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir, your thought-provoking and inspiring words have enriched us. Once again, I thank you, sir. Now, let us have the pleasure of listening to our Pujya Swamiji. May I now request His Holiness Sri Vishwapriya Tirtha Swamiji to give his benediction. Please, Swamiji.